The human space station Eden 7 floated quietly near the edge of the galaxy. It was a beautiful place, filled with lights, gardens, and smooth metal walls. Humans had built it to meet new alien life, and today, something new had arrived. A tall alien stepped off the glowing shuttle. Its name was Zorvok. It had smooth, shiny skin that changed colors with its mood. It wore no clothes. It didn't need to. Its body was clean, perfect, and different. Everyone on the station stared. Zorvok had no hair, no mouth, and no eyes. But it could see everything. It could hear and speak through waves in the air. It used thoughts, not words, but the strangest thing? There was a bulge between its legs. Big, round, shiny, soft, but firm. It moved. Just a little. Most humans didn't notice it at first. They were too busy smiling, greeting, showing Zorvok around. But Commander Halle, a tall, quiet man with sharp eyes, stared too long. He blinked, then blinked again. What is that? Halle whispered to himself. Zorvok turned slightly. It had no face, but Halle felt like it was smiling. Later, in the meeting room, Zorvok stood with Earth's best diplomats. They offered it food, music, and stories. They wanted peace. They wanted trade. They wanted Zorvok's people, the Virax, to join the Galactic Council. Zorvok listened. It nodded sometimes. It spoke with gentle thoughts in their minds. "We are peaceful," Zorvok said. "We learn from all. We love all. We hide nothing." But Halle kept staring. The bulge moved again. Tiny. Just a twitch. Hale's hand started shaking. That night, he couldn't sleep. He sat alone in his room, sweating. "I saw it move," he whispered. "It's alive. It's not part of the body. It's something else. It looked at me. He laughed nervously. "Am I going crazy?" He opened his notes. He drew a quick sketch. A body, a bulge, a strange shape inside. He circled it again and again. Then something strange happened. His communicator blinked. A message. "Zorvok requests a private meeting. Just you, midnight, garden deck." Hale's mouth went dry. At midnight, he walked to the garden. The stars were bright. Flowers glowed in the dark. Zorvok stood near a tree, very still. "You watched me, Commander," it said without speaking. "You saw something others did not." "I didn't mean to," Halle began. "Do not fear. Many see the body. Few see the truth." The bulge moved again. This time, more clearly, it shifted. Something inside turned. Halle stepped back. "What is it?" he asked. "What's inside you?" Zorvok was silent. Then it said, "Do you want to see it?" The next morning, the alarms went off. Red lights. Sirens. "Commander Halle is missing," shouted a voice. His room was empty. His tablet was on the floor. His sketch was gone. No one knew where he was. They checked cameras. They showed Halle walking into the garden. But he never came back out. Security searched every hallway, every room. Nothing. Then, 2 hours later, they found him. He was lying behind a tree in the garden, unconscious. His eyes were open, but he couldn't speak. He kept whispering the same thing. "It's alive. It moved. It's watching. It's inside." Zorvok stood quietly nearby. Its colors were calm, its body still. The bulge between its legs shimmered softly, and deep inside it, something blinked. The whispering didn't stop. For hours, Commander Halle lay in the infirmary bed, eyes half open, lips moving without meaning. The doctors scanned him again and again. No poison, no wounds, no virus, but something had changed inside his mind. He kept saying the same words. "It's alive. It moved. It's watching. It's inside." Nobody knew what it meant. Nobody understood what he saw, except maybe Zorvok. The alien visitor stood calmly in the medical room, watching Halle from a distance. Its body glowed a soft blue, the color of sadness, according to Virak's emotion codes. It said nothing. It offered no help. It simply waited. One of the nurses, a young woman named Bren, turned to the alien and asked, "Did you do something to him?" Zorvak answered with a wave of thought, clear and cold. "I offered truth. He asked for it." That answer sent a chill down Bren's spine. Soon, the station commander ordered Zorvak to remain in the guest wing. Quietly, firmly, the humans began to fear, not openly. Not with weapons, but with silence and distance. And still, the bulge remained, bigger now. Or was it? Some believed it had grown since the first day. Others said it pulsed, just a little, like it had a heartbeat of its own. But no one dared ask Zorvak what it really was. Not after what happened to Commander Halle. Behind closed doors, scientists gathered. They reviewed all footage. They zoomed in on Zorvak's lower body. They studied the curves and movement. Something was wrong. This wasn't just part of its body. It was separate, independent. They made a plan. Late at night, while Zorvak rested in its guest chamber, a tiny drone floated near the room. It was quiet, invisible to the eye. It hovered near the bulge, scanning, measuring. And then, it stopped. The drone's signal went dark. When they recovered it hours later, the data was scrambled, burned, melted from the inside. But one frame survived. One single image. A shape small, sharp, coiled like a snake pressed against the inner lining of the bulge. It had teeth. The scientists froze. What is that? It's not organic, not Virak's, not Zorvak. Someone whispered, "It's a prison." That same night, Halle woke up screaming. He sat up straight, sweat dripping from his face, eyes wild. "It spoke to me," he gasped. "It's not just watching, it's waiting. It wants out. It's hungry." He grabbed the doctor by the collar. "I touched it," Halle whispered. "It touched me back." The lights in the room flickered. A low hum filled the air. And across the station, in the quiet of its chamber, Zorvak stood facing the mirror. It slowly placed a hand on the bulge. Inside, something shifted, and for the first time, it knocked. There is a sound that should not exist in space. A slow, wet tick. Then another dot, and another dot. Deep inside Zorvak's body, something was counting. Tick, tick. No one heard it. Not with ears, but Commander Halle felt it. In his bones, in his dreams. In the dark behind his eyes. He hadn't slept since he woke up screaming. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw it. The shape. The teeth. The thing inside Zorvak. It wasn't just a live dot, it was aware. And now, it was listening. On the science deck, Dr. Yaron held the corrupted scan from the drone in his shaking hands. The others gathered around him stared at the strange image. Jagged, sharp lines pressed against the membrane of the bulge. "It's not a body part," Yaron whispered. "It's a container. A shell. A cage," someone added. "No," Halle said from the doorway, voice dry like dust. "A prison." They turned to him, startled. "I touched it," he said. "It was asleep, dreaming, but I woke it up." He stepped closer to the screen and pointed to the blurred shape. "I heard it speak, not in words, in hunger." The room fell silent. "Zorvak brought it here," Halle continued. "Or maybe it brought Zorvak. I don't know. But that thing inside, it's not from Virak's. They needed answers. Real answers. The humans demanded another meeting with Zorvak. This time, the alien did not come with soft colors or peaceful thoughts. Its skin pulsed dark red, a warning color. The air around it vibrated, sharp and tense. Dr. Yaron stood firm. "What is inside you?" he asked. Zorvak did not speak with words or thoughts this time. Instead, it raised a hand slowly and placed it gently on the bulge. The lights flickered. The ground shook. Then, a sound like 1,000 whispers filled the room. From Zorvak's mind came a voice not its own. "Trap. So long. Flesh prison. Human minds. So soft. The voice was dry, ancient, wrong. Holly stepped back. It's speaking again. The voice laughed. Your fear is sweet. Your thoughts are doors. I need only one to open. The scientists backed away. The guards reached for their weapons. Zorvok raised both hands in warning. Stop, it finally spoke. You must understand. The creature inside me is not from my world. It is from a broken galaxy beyond yours, a thing with no name. It feeds on thought, memory, identity. Then why carry it here? Yaren shouted. Why bring it to us? We do not kill, Zorvok said. We contain. We volunteered to carry it across the stars. It must never reach a thinking world. Hale's voice was quiet, hollow. But it's already here. Zorvok lowered its head. Yes, and now it wants more. On the screen nearby, a new reading appeared. Brainwave spikes. Hale's brain activity was off the charts. The creature had touched him, and it had left something behind. Asterisk. Asterisk, the mirror in the medbay cracked. No one touched it. No heat, no force, no pressure. Just a fracture, straight through the glass. Like a single silent scream had split it in half. Commander Halle was still standing there, unblinking. UNMOVING. His reflection didn't match him anymore. The real. Halle breathed slowly, calm. But the image in the mirror smiled. A crooked smile. He didn't tell anyone. Not yet. Because now, something inside him was awake. The voice, quiet at first, had become a whisper in the back of his skull. It told him things, showed him flashes, images of galaxies burning, planets falling, species kneeling in fear. And through it all, a feeling of power, not like before. Not the kind of power humans earned with ranks or weapons. This was something deeper. Older. He could feel people now. Sense their fear. Hear their thoughts when they got too close. He touched a datapad, and it sparked to life without a command. A steel door opened for him before he even reached it. The thing that had touched Zorvok was now growing in him, on the science deck. Dr. Yaren reviewed Hale's scans again. This can't be right, he said to himself. His brain activity is beyond human limits. His DNA is no, this isn't evolution. This is possession, whispered Nurse Bren. They turned. Halle was standing in the hallway. He smiled. Not quite, he said. More like sharing. His voice echoed slightly, as if something else spoke underneath it. Guards arrived. Nervous, weapons raised. Halle didn't blink. I know you're scared. You should be, he said. But I'm not your enemy. He raised his hand. The air shimmered. Every screen flickered. Every light dimmed. I see everything now. Zorvok lied to you. That thing in the bulge? It's not just a prisoner. It's a seed, and I'm the soil. Bren took a step back. Then what are you becoming? Halle turned toward her, eyes glowing faintly. Something better. Down in the guest wing, Zorvok shuddered. Its skin turned black, the color of death. It had sensed this happening. It had hoped it could stop it. It had failed. The prison had cracked. The seed had taken root. And now, the human mind, the soft, curious, emotional human mind, was feeding it faster than Zorvok had expected. Too fast. Zorvok rushed toward the command deck. But the doors stayed close. Inside, Halle stood alone, hands behind his back, watching Earth on the viewing screen. It's not about control, he whispered to no one. It's about release, letting go of fear, letting something stronger take your place. He turned, and for a moment, his shadow on the wall moved before he did. And in the very last seconds before the alarm sounded again, Commander Halle vanished. Asterisk. At first, no one believed the reports. Commander Halle was seen in two places at once. He walked past a hallway camera, then appeared on the command deck before the recording finished. His voice came through the speakers. Even when the speakers were shut off, Then came the incident in the mess hall. A junior engineer tried to stop Hale, just walked up to him with a scanner. Calm and polite. Hale didn't speak. He simply looked at the man. The man dropped the scanner, screamed, and collapsed. Eyes wide open, mind gone. Alive, but empty. Not dead. Just vacant. Like someone had walked out of his head and closed the door behind them. That was the breaking point. The crew split. Some called Hale a threat. They wanted to trap him, study him, maybe even kill him before it was too late. But others, a surprising number, followed him. Not because of fear, because of wonder. They said Hale had been transformed. That he understood something no one else did. That he showed them things when he passed glimpses of something greater. Peace, power, freedom from pain. He's not dangerous, said Lieutenant Mera, once a cold skeptic. He's a new path. A new human. Dr. Yaren slammed his hand on the desk. He's infected. No, Mera whispered. He's chosen. The station became quiet and tense. Smiles turned fake. Footsteps slowed. Old friends stopped trusting each other. Whispers filled the halls like smoke. And through it all, Hale moved unseen. Like he no longer used doors. Like the station itself opened for him. Zorvok watched from its guest chamber. Colors shifting in fast waves, grief, fear, frustration. This was the pattern. It had seen this before. Another species. Another leader. Another fall. It remembered. How quickly hope could turn to ruin. The humans had been strong, curious, emotional, brave. But emotions fed the thing in Hale. Hope made it stronger. So did fear. Even love, especially love. Zorvok reached out through thought, tried to speak to Hale, but something else answered. You're too late, carrier. You're still hiding behind rules. I'm already touching their hearts. Zorvok shook, skin going pale. The creature was no longer inside the bulge. It had moved on. That night, alarms sounded again. The outer gates were breached by humans, not invaders. Hale's followers had taken the docking bay. They sent a signal toward Earth. Zorvok saw it on the display. Coordinates. An invitation. The creature was calling for more. It wasn't just changing. Hale. It was multiplying. Asterisk. Earth didn't know what was coming. In the night sky, high above the blue clouds and quiet cities, a single light moved across orbit, small, steady, and silent. It wasn't a ship. It was Hale. He stood at the edge of the broken Eden 7 escape pod. No helmet, no suit. Space no longer touched him. Heat, cold, air. He didn't need them. He floated through the stars like a shadow that had forgotten. Gravity. Behind him, 3 stolen shuttles followed, carrying the humans who had chosen to believe in him. Some called him the next step, others the first light. To them, he was no longer Commander Hale. He was becoming something else. Inside Earth's defense station, alarms echoed through the corridors. He's coming in from the dark side of orbit, said a nervous technician. He's not responding to any signals, just watching. What does he want? Asked General Sato. Dr. Yaren's voice came through the screen, trembling. He doesn't want. He offers. Meanwhile, far behind, aboard the nearly empty Eden 7, Zorvok sat in silence. It had not moved in hours. The bulge between its legs was now completely flat. The prison was empty. The creature was free. Zorvok had failed, but it was not finished. With slow, heavy steps, Zorvok walked into the old Virax pod hidden deep in its chamber. It had not used this technology in centuries. Forbidden's tech. A last resort, kept locked for species too foolish to resist what the creature promised. The pod lit up, scanning Zorvok's body. It spoke in the Virax tongue-sharp, clicking sounds only machines could understand. Authorization required. Exosymbiosis Protocol 9X. Zorvok placed its hand on the console. Its body began to change. Flesh became armor. Color became steel. Memory became weapon. For the first time in its long life, Zorvok prepared to kill, Not out of anger, out of duty. On Earth, lights flickered across major cities. Screens turned black. Radios went silent. Then, every speaker, every device, every phone spoke in Hull's voice, calm, gentle, beautiful. You felt it, haven't you? That small voice telling you you're more than this, more than skin, fear, loneliness. That voice is me. People stopped in the streets. Children stared at the sky. Soldiers dropped their weapons. Let me in. I won't hurt you. I'll free you. I'll lift the weight from your thoughts. You'll never cry again. Never doubt. Never die. And for some, it was enough. Eyes glazed over. Mouths smiled. All across the world, minds began to open. Zorvok entered Earth's atmosphere like a falling star burning. Roaring, ready. There was only one chance now. One. Human. One soul untouched by the voice. And Zorvok was going to find them. The world was quiet. Not peaceful quiet. Like a deep breath before something terrible. Across Earth, millions of people stood still. Their eyes glowed faint white. Their minds were no longer their own. Holly had touched them. Not with hands, but with thoughts, soft, sweet, endless thoughts. Promises of no more pain. No more loneliness. Just unity. Under his control. Above it all, Holly hovered in the sky, arms out, body glowing, smile wide and unnatural. I have given them what they begged for, he whispered. Peace. But not everyone had accepted. Far below, hidden in a broken subway tunnel, a girl sat shaking, young, unmarked, unaffected. She was the last. Her name was Lena, and she was scared. She clutched a cracked voice recorder in her hand. It played the last message from her mother before the voice took her. Be brave. Be brighter than them all. The ground shook. Zorvok landed. It did not glow anymore. Its body was dark silver now, covered in ancient armor, built from the memories of dead worlds. Its eyes, once gentle and soft, were sharp as stars. It had come to fight. It had come to protect the last light. Lena looked up. You're the alien, she whispered. Zorvok nodded. You are the last. You are still yours. Lena stood slowly. I don't know why. Everyone else just listened. Zorvok knelt beside her. You still feel pain. That is strength. Above them, the sky cracked open. Holly descended like a god of light and madness. You brought a child? He said, voice echoing across mountains. How cruel. Let me free her. Zorvok stepped forward. You failed on my world. You will not take hers. Holly laughed. You don't understand. I am her. I am everyone. They love me now. Zorvok raised its hand, and the battle began. Not with weapons, but with will. Thoughts slammed into thoughts. Memories clashed. Feelings twisted. Zorvok struck with grief, with love, with every soul the creature had ever hurt. Holly struck with dreams, with lies, with false comfort. The sky above Earth turned red. The oceans pulled back. Mountains cracked. Lena screamed. But then, she ran forward, through the light. Through the fear. She reached Holly. She touched his chest, and whispered, You don't feel anything, do you? That moment broke the silence. For just a second, Holly hesitated. A second was enough. Zorvok struck. Deep through mind, through thought, through everything, and the creature screamed, a sound like stars dying. Light exploded, and then darkness. When Lena opened her eyes, Holly was gone. The sky was quiet. Zorvok lay broken on the ground, body flickering. You stopped it, Lena whispered. Zorvok smiled with the last of its strength. No, you did. And then it was still, years later, a statue stood in the middle of New Earth's capital. Tall, strong, elegant. Zorvok, standing with a child beside it. At the bottom, carved in simple words. The bulge between their legs held a monster, but their heart held a hero.